With the upcoming Geometry Dash 2.2 update being as massive as it is, there's bound to be a number of additions that not everybody's excited for. In fact, some people have been saying that certain features will outright ruin the game. In this video, I'm going to be discussing some of these features, and why I believe that not only will they not ruin the game, but that they're good for Geometry Dash as a whole. Please keep in mind that all of my thoughts are completely subjective. I don't want to tell anybody what to think or feel. If, after hearing my point of view, you still aren't a fan of some of the update's additions, I implore you to go down to the comments section and tell me why. I read every comment I got on my videos, and I'll give your opinions the recognition and consideration they deserve, as long as you do the same for me. With that being said, let's get started. Only 9 days after 2.11 was released, RobTop uploaded a video to his YouTube channel titled Fun with 2.2, the random trigger, which I'm showing on screen now. It presents the new trigger, which essentially allows RNG within Geometry Dash. This was immediately met with criticism mixed with jokes. Things like, imagine Bloodlust, but there's a 50-50 chance of winning at the end, or this should have been named the Troll Trigger instead of the Random Trigger. One of the core aspects of Geometry Dash is being able to learn a level so you can consistently complete all of its different sections. The argument against the Random Trigger is that this core aspect might go away, that memorization and muscle memory will be replaced with quick reactions and the ability to adapt, which isn't what the game's about. So why do I think this will be okay? If you've played Geometry Dash back when the 2.0 update was first released, you'll remember what the feature tab looked like. Loads of levels with annoying block movements and sometimes borderline obnoxious gameplay due to it. It wasn't a great time. However, level creators eventually learned how to properly use the move trigger as a way to enhance their levels, rather than being a major part of it. This will likely happen with the random trigger too. At the start of 2.2, people will make the random trigger as an important part of their levels, and they could very well be frustrating to play. But people will learn and tone it down over time. Once the excitement dies down, I think people will mainly reserve the random trigger for decoration purposes, like having the color of the level be randomized, which would be really cool to see. And if some creators don't learn how to keep their levels from being annoying with RNG, their levels simply won't get star ratings. More than a year later, RobTop uploaded another video. This wasn't the first one we've seen since the showcase of the random trigger, but it's certainly the most controversial one since then. It was titled, Ehehehehe. The video is shown on screen now, and presents the new platformer mode, where the player has complete control over their icon. This wasn't met with nearly as much harsh criticism as the random trigger. Most people that were annoyed seemed to only dislike the feature because of how it would extend the update's wait time even more. There were comments on the videos saying things such as, "Can't wait to play 2.2 with my grandchildren," for example. However, I've still seen people upset at the addition of this mode, because any level that uses platforming will be so much different from regular Geometry Dash, and they believe that the game is straying too far from what it used to be. I completely understand this point of view. Platformer mode is very different from everything else in the game, and feeling iffy about its addition is completely valid. However, I still have one important counterargument. RobTop has confirmed that you can filter out platformer levels when looking at the levels of others. Therefore, you never have to play them or even see them in the game if you don't want to. Those levels are separate from regular ones, there's no in-between. So, if you disable seeing platformer levels, it's as if they aren't there at all. Personally, I'm incredibly excited about platformer mode. It's one of my most anticipated features of 2.2. I think it'll add so much possibility to the game. Up until now, Geometry Dash has been about relatively fast-paced and precise gameplay, and it's lacked a more casual feeling aspect that's important to a lot of people. From the brief glimpse we've seen of it, platformer mode looks like a place where you can take your time and enjoy the level at your own pace. The third and final controversial addition I'll be discussing today is the auto-build mechanic within the editor. This is the most recent feature within this video, with the preview being uploaded to YouTube in January of 2020, which again is shown on screen now. The video, which is titled New Editor System, shows off a new system that automatically places block designs within polygons or groups of polygons by referencing a template that the creator decorates manually. This looks like it'll be a very useful feature to the editor, as creators will no longer have to spend so much time drawing the same design over and over to keep their level decoration consistent. they'll be able to spend less time copying and more time enhancing other decorations, perfecting the gameplay, or making other levels entirely. The reason this system has faced some backlash is because of the possibility that people will take advantage of it to farm creator points by making levels with generic block designs copied and pasted all throughout, instead of taking the time to make each section of the level feel unique. It's been said that the auto-build mechanic will encourage bland levels with little identity. While I personally believe this won't be nearly as big of an issue as some people think, I can't deny that it's a real possibility. I would hope that these kinds of generic levels wouldn't get star ratings, so no problems would ultimately arise. But even without this feature, many featured levels I see today have very similar styles to each other, and don't really bring anything new to the table. At the end of the day, my main reason for having net positive feelings about auto-build is that 2.2, as well as the update's new legendary level rating, will raise the standard when it comes to both decoration and gameplay. Thus, hopefully, levels that abuse this new system won't get any further than the Magic tab. That's everything I wanted to talk about today. Once again, all of my thoughts and feelings regarding these features and the update as a whole are completely subjective, and you're 100% allowed to disagree with me. If you do disagree, I would love to hear your thoughts. The comment section is wide open for friendly debate. This has also been my first Geometry Dash related video. If you thought it was good and you want to see more like it, please tell me, so I know this is something I should continue doing. Finally, if you did get some amount of enjoyment or entertainment from the video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could leave a like. It really helps me much more than you might think. I would assume that if you made it this far into the video, you were entertained to some degree, right? The subscribe button is also right there, and it would mean the world to me if you could give it just one little click, assuming you do want to see more from me. Thank you so much for watching, you're super cool, I love you, and please have yourself a wonderful day.